No, I'm super excited to talk to this dude, and I really feel like this might be a revelatory conversation because this guy holds the keys to the truth.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. That's my first time ever meeting the dude.
Yeah.
My first time seeing Luce Cannon was here at No Jumper. My first time seeing his brother is here at No Jumper.
Yeah, you know, this is my thing is like, there's a lot of times where there's like understandable misunderstandings. Like, for instance, him saying that he got stabbed 10 times and then it turning out that like, oh, he got sliced, which is apparently different. And that was taken out of context, whatever. I mean,
ain't
like,
no context. Nothing never happened.
That could happen, like, you know, but when it always happens.
Nothing never happened.
When it always happens at a certain point, you got to be like, okay, when there's smoke, there's fire. This guy's a bullshitter.
The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away.
When Luce Cannon beats his case and he gets out, I would love to sit down and have a conversation with him. I'm gonna be honest.
If Luce Cannon beats his case,
we got
his brother's in trouble.
Conversation. Yeah.
If he beats his case, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because he already tried. So he tells us he's in the county jail. He just do like
recently
12 months there, and he had to go do another 2-3 months in the state. And he just came home. How long you been on?
A week.
Holy shit. You said you saw Crip Mac in the county jail?
Yeah. No, Crip Mac was in Wasco with me in East 2.
Oh.
Yeah, he arrived like 3 weeks before I got out.
Oh, okay.
So he get out in December.
December. Whoa. Spoiler. There we go. That's actually exciting to hear that. Wait, okay. I want to ask a big picture question. Mm-hmm. Is there a moment in your life that stands out when you realized that your brother had real issues with lying? Just in a general sense, like even at a really young age.
Since we've been little kids, he's been doing. So, you know, a lot of people would put us together. So he would sit up there and lie. You know, they'd come and ask me about the situation. I don't want to make it seem like, you know, he's such a liar. So it's like it put me in a lot of twists too. I mean, just what general in the business sense or with anything he do a lot of crazy shit.
Right. I mean, it's normal to be a little kid who lies. You know, like my 4-year-old lies all the time and nobody takes it too. Yeah, she'll say, she told one of the kids at school that I moved out and got a new house.
Why? Wait, hold on, that's serious.
She just made it up. She just told one of the kids at school, and the kid's mom texted Lena and said, is it true that Adam moved out?
You don't think Lena's telling her that you're going to move out after living in a new house?
Well, that might be the conspiracy right there. That's not bad. Hey. But I'm just saying, like, little kids lie, but then it feels like certain people, like, kind of don't grow out of it.
Yeah.
Yo,
he's one of them.
So you're sitting in LA County Jail on this go-round.
Yeah.
Now, I talked to you about 4-5 months ago or something like that. Yeah. He calls me. He says, hey, record this call with my brother. He has something he want to tell us. So as I'm hearing him talk to you, he's trying to guide you into saying some things to try to clear some things up. Yeah. But you wasn't going for it.
Not at all.
So then he tells me, send me the conversation because he wanted to do some edits, right?
Yeah, he wanted to edit it.
Right. So, but you wasn't going for what he wanted you to say. You stood on it. You was like, that's what it is. But now you're telling me you're sitting in the county jail and you get some visitors. Tell us about these visitors.
I'm sitting in Wasco.
Oh, you in Wasco?
So I'm waiting to be released. And then, you know, I was like, nigga, I've been up in here for 13 months. Release me. Like, what's going on? They was like, it's an issue. I'm like, what type of issue? So like 2 hours go by, boom. I go to they said, come into the room. Fed's there. I'm like, what y'all here for? They said that, you know, people was blaming me for being an accountant for 60s, setting up businesses. I did a lot of robberies, you know, give me a statement about it. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But they was telling them Luce Cannon basically threw off all that accusations that's on him. He threw it off on me, talking about it's his identical twin brother that did it. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I've been in jail for a whole year. I mean, there's certain things that he recently did. He blamed me for the shit. It's stupid.
Huh?
Yeah, it's recent shit that he did. It's stupid.
So was he trying to put the robbery in the RICO with the dude Monster on you?
I don't. Most likely, I don't know. It's so many different things, so many robberies.
So you talking about superseding stuff they haven't mentioned?
No, hell no, they haven't put it in yet because they still investigating. By them investigating, they want to dot their T's and cross their T's and dot their I's. So they basically trying to see what parts do I have to do with it. I help do grants and all the other stuff for some of the homies or whatever.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But some of the homies, they mention that part too. They like, he's the one that helped do this, and I'm like, the fuck y'all
who mentioned that? Another dude mentioned the other one?
Yeah, the other one mentioned that. So it's like,
so you know what he's talking about, right? The guy that Brick don't like you to talk about. Mentioned that he was the one who wrote up his grants.
Yeah, and I'm like, nigga, I help the homies create businesses and do all that other shit. So at the end of the day, don't put me in I don't have shit to do with that. So if the feds, if y'all got into it with the feds, with y'all nonprofits,
they shouldn't even be mentioning you.
Don't mention me. I just help you out with the shit, gave you guys advice, set up your EINs, Secretary of State's, all that. I did all that other shit. But other than that, don't put me into the shit where the feds is asking me questions like I'm a part of that shit. Like,
they're mentioning your name.
Yeah, and they try and throw shit put it on me. I'm like, nigga, I'm not going for none of that bullshit.
It's particularly egregious to lie about your age when you have a twin.
He said they was 10 years apart with the same birthday.
Like, I could lie about my age and I would probably be able to get away with it pretty good. But when you have a twin,
you don't remember what he told you when you asked Luce Cannon, why do you speak the way you speak? Remember what he told you?
Yeah.
He said he got shot in the head. You remember that?
Did he say that?
He told you that.
Oh.
He told you that.
And you're saying that's not true?
No.
No, the wife Gigi said he shot himself once in the foot or something. In the toe or something. Only time. Remember he told me he'd been shot 10 times.
Right. Were you around when he got put on the hood?
Yeah, my dad's from the hood. My dad is nutty from 60 Crip. Like, we grew up in the hood. Like,
so you can confirm that he actually got put on, because that was something that Brick Baby kind of used against him a bunch, was to say that he didn't get put on, and I don't think he ever identified the people who put him on, which apparently is controversial.
Yeah, Brick kept asking him who put him on.
Yeah, the thing is, you don't want to mention names, especially in a podcast about who put you on.
Okay, now you guys grew up where? Was it between? Is it Fontana?
Hell no. See, the thing is, we lived in Fontana in our senior year, because at the end of the day, we got kicked out of LA County. We got kicked out of LA County for fights and doing all type of other shit that we wasn't supposed to be doing. So at the end of the day, we went to Fontana. We graduated. We went to college. I mean, I don't understand the background that he got. That's how I learned a lot. That's how I started, helping the niggas and the homies in the hood, doing businesses and all that stuff. I went to college. I taught them what I learned. So at the end of the day, I don't understand how he has a lot to give, but he would do bogus and dumb shit